doing? 5:15. Real time is 11:30. I'm probably going to have to call it soonish. Just because I'm going to need to eat something. I'm going to need to sit down somewhere a little less rigid, at least for a while. And I think I'm going to be cutting out some wood this afternoon. I think we're going to start off with a board, one 4x4 board cut into straight 4-foot lengths. But once that's done, the other board I'm probably going to use what I have already cut as a template to cut another 180-degree arc. If one of the kids wants to help me, I may get down and level out the benches. Admittedly, that's been difficult for me because of my hips and back issue. Bending down to twist the feet on the bottom of a bench and stand up and check the level is not something I'm particularly being able to do recently. I could now at a push, but probably not all the benches before I need to take a break, because I do still have a back problem. Come on. Keep doing your thing. There we go. Anyway, so we looked at what's for sale. Nothing exciting. We're just finishing off the last of the third headland, so we'll start bringing up and down the rows. I don't think I've got this set up as islands. It's just a straight cut backwards and forwards, because with a forage harvester it'll empty both sides, so I don't have to worry about being on the left side only, which you do with a regular harvester. Anyway, how are we doing? So we will make at least part of a cut. Yeah, because this is the entrance to the field, so now we start doing crazy stuff. I really haven't checked the course play course to see where it actually goes. Don't turn in fully here. I think it just finishes off this row. It will probably go run off somewhere. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And off we go. And off we go. Okay. I knew we were going to run off sometime, but as I said, I don't know where our cut in or our cut will start. Okay, this is the direction of. I think I set it for longest edge. So for some, I might not have set it up as longest edge. So that might be a thing I can modify on courseplay on that particular piece of equipment. Okay, let's drive up the fence post. Go, turn, 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 no. could do is actually take out that hedge now, because it is planned to be gone. Let's make sure we don't mow down any rays and turn it out. Alright, we're good. I keep getting confused approaching this corner because there's that whole massive maze there which blocks view of the hedge. I'm thinking, oh, that's where I can get out. No, not yet. Okay, get this back to the farm. How are we doing? Still only 11:34 real time. So, yeah, I think sometime between now and next week's stream, Magnum 4490. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm doing better. So what was I getting? Oh yeah, let me finish the squirrel I was chasing. So yes, so I will probably cut up some of the hedges off camera before next week's stream, in preparation for field merging and all sorts of things like that, which maybe we'll start off at the beginning of the stream then. Anyway, how have I been? I have had since, what's it, end of last year, I had a really painful back problem. I arranged to go and see my primary care physician, and she referred me to a specialist. And the problem was, by the time I got to the specialist, I had a hip problem. So we started off with the stuff they normally do. Oh, you need to take therapy and that'll fix it. No. So I had about 3 months of therapy, wasn't fixing anything, got an x-ray and a steroid injection in my back. The steroid injection in my back did in my hip, did absolutely nothing. The x-ray didn't show much of anything, so we carried on with therapy. And my hip was getting worse. Significantly worse. I was down to eventually using a cane to walk around with. We went off, specialists then said, okay, we need MRIs. We need one on your back and one on your hip. So I had to take 2 days off of work, take 2 trips over to the MRI place, which is an hour's drive each way. We got the MRIs done, and it turned out that I'm old, and the discs in my back have been severely compromised, and I had a cyst on my spine in the same region as the decaying discs. So, talking with the doctor, we decided we will do the cyst first. We'll get that removed, and then we'll see what's left over. So I went into hospital as an outpatient. They stabbed me with needles. Effectively, they gave me an epidural and sucked all the fluid out of the cyst with a big needle and syringe. I was asleep, so I didn't know anything about it. Woke up, still in pain, still hobbling. So I basically went home, and literally within 2 days the hip pain completely disappeared. The cyst was creating pressure on my spinal column in the area where you have pain in your hip is happening. Yeah, goes through the nerve cluster. There was nothing else wrong. There was no problems with movement, which your nerves are sensing pain, sensing heat, and also the nerves that say bend your knee. So I wasn't having any problems with bending my knees or bending my hips. What I was having problems with was excruciating pain in my hip. So as soon as the pressure was relieved by removing the cyst, hey, I'm good. I can walk around, I don't need a cane, everything's fine. So right now I can walk around, I can climb stairs, I can bend over and all sorts of other things, but I still do have that original back pain which has never been looked at. And one of the reasons we never really looked deeply at the back pain was once I got the hip pain, I could not feel the back pain. You know how you sort of, you've got pain somewhere, it's the strongest pain you have is the one that's usually screaming at your brain to pay attention to it, and any other pain you have pales into insignificance and your brain ignores. So that was the issue we had. I went to see the specialist with back pain, but by the time I got in to see the specialist, which was 3 months after seeing the primary care, I had this excruciating hip pain. So he's like, so how's your back pain? I have no clue, I can't feel it because of this serious hip pain. So anyway, the hip pain sorted, I can walk around, I can climb stairs, I can do stuff, but I can't do stuff for long because I still have the issue in my lower back. So I obviously, following the removal of the cyst, specialist says he wanted to see me at least a month later, if not more, because it's no good me walking out of the surgery and or procedure, whatever it is, and saying, well, this seems to have happened, this seems to have happened. He said, I want us to have a definitive, this is where we are right now. So this is where we are right now. I have back pain. Now, the back pain might go away, it might stay. We definitely know the hip pain has gone, so that's a good thing. But obviously he wanted more than a couple of days of how do you feel right now time. So that's where we're at. I'm happy now. I am definitely having a much more fun time than I was over Christmas and New Year. And so after 1 year I fixed hip pain that wasn't there a year ago, and the back pain's still here. But that's kind of how life works for me. Sort of, I've got this problem, let's fix a different problem first. How are we doing? I think this is the fourth run? I think this is the fourth load. Might be the fifth load. So hedges will be chopped down by next week, I think. Once that maize field's done, this one to our left will eventually get done. But as I said, I want to join 2 fields up right away. The other maize field is to the south of the grass field ahead of us. So if you went past the farm, there's another maize field down there. That will not be a maize field for much longer. I think this is the last year I'm going to put maize in that field. I might switch it oats, soybeans, and then I need another field that's not too big that I can double that up with. Okay, let's back this up. Come on. Behave. And we've got 204 and change. I don't know where the change comes from because we only ship 52,000 here. Actually, I don't know where we've lost some, because obviously if this This is the 5th load. We should be on 256 by the time we empty this one. Obviously, that's not going to be the case. I have deer in my silage pit. It's not good. And this area here will get developed soon as well. I have enough room for a 3rd, maybe even a 4th silage bunker. We seem to be coping okay with just the 2. So that's fine for now. I've been considering putting a cow barn in that scrubland we just passed. I just never really got around to it. And since a cow barn is $750,000, we kind of need the income in order for that to be a thing. Okay, which way were we going? I think we're going north. It would be nice to be able to run this. I think Farm Sim 25 or whatever game we end up with next time out, it would be nice if you could do this job with helpers. We have the ability to drive from point A to point B and other things, but forage harvesting, obviously if you could do forage harvesting with a worker, you could do carrots and red beets and is it onions, parsnips with a worker as well, because their harvesters work on a similar style, although a little bit more restricted, because this will empty both sides, those empty only on one side. Sugar beet harvesters, you can run a sugar beet harvester with a worker and a potato harvester, but only so long as they have their own storage on the harvester. Forage harvester doesn't have storage, so you need to babysit it, which means somebody has to go with it. So you either need some sort of follow me or something similar where I can have a vehicle following the harvester. I think it's one of the things a lot of people would like to see in Farm Sim 25. But we'll see how that works. Because the other problem is, new game comes out, Courseplay doesn't exist. What's the other one I tend to use? GPS doesn't exist, and so some of the mods the scripting mods you use to do things, just not available when the new game comes out. Used to be seasons. Well, we have Giant's version of seasons, which it's adequate. It definitely it's not as comprehensive. Okay, it's not as comprehensive as Realismus' seasons, but it approximates enough of the functionality of seasons that it's nice to have it included. They've improved the workers. You can now drive from point A to point B, but only so long as the map's been set up to support it. So it's really incumbent on the map makers to make sure that there is a network of routes that workers can follow. Now, auto-drive exists as a mod, and auto-drive allows you to create, as a player, create your own network, helper network, and use auto-drive to do the things. I think auto-drive also supports emptying of harvesters in a field, so you can park a cart like this on the edge of a field, actually inside the field boundary, and have the harvester do its coarse plate harvesting, and when it gets full it will drive over to the cart at the edge of the field and empty itself, and then go back to harvesting again. So if you've got a big cart that will take multiple loads off the harvester, you can park it at the side and leave the harvester running for a few hours while you go do something else. I think it's 20 after 6 in game. I think we're more than halfway now. Obviously 3 headlands. So things are going good. 10 minutes to midday, and Mrs. Osa is making the kids probably chicken nuggets and fries. So that'll take about 20 minutes. So I think no matter what, we'll finish this in about 20 minutes time, and I will go and grab a hot oven and do myself a chicken burger or something with more french fries. Because she hasn't come and asked me if I wanted anything cooked. And that would then give me about 20 minutes off camera to do some other things. So we put the harvester away. See, that says 248,000. We have leakage in this bunker somewhere. So not along the back. It's leaking down the sides. Yeah, it's not that significant, I would have said, but also, for those that haven't been around for a while, obviously I've replaced the open-ended bunkers in the middle of the yard with these single entrance bunkers. And it is a lot easier to fill them up. Okay, jump out. And wander over here. Wander. And we'll fix that. And we'll fix that too. Alrighty, let's back this thing out of here. And I do have that farm truck now, so I'm not too bothered about transferring all the flour somewhere I can sell it. Now that we have that truck, it's a little bit more stable and a little bit more capacity than the 4x4. So may end up selling the 4x4. I'm not sure. At the moment, that truck's always hitched to the field service trailer. So it is what it is. Okay. But yeah, I don't want to join all of these fields up here because I still want the farm track. It's the most convenient path to the store. don't want to be driving through crop or anything like that. Back up a little. Dude, why are you spraying it over there? There you go. And I'm probably going to keep this tractor as a babysitter for the forage harvester. It having four-wheel steering does mean it's a little bit more agile than that case is going to be. Case will use, obviously, I was going to plant grass in that field in front of us. So if I throw grass down in that field in front of us, then I could set the case off doing that right now. I don't know how many more loads we'll get from here. I figure we'll get at least one full cart, maybe some more. But it's going to rain. It's going to rain overnight, so I should do a Tom Bemberton, put some roofing over the silage bunkers so that it doesn't get wet when it rains. It's not so much a problem with the government grant; it's a problem with actually having a silo mod with the roof on top that's the size of the ones we have.
Kill him. I can't hold him.
There we go. There is that problematic gap there where we never get any crops planted.
Beep.
Okay.
The beep.
Okay. You need the oven?
Yeah.
I threw some extra nuggets on it for you.
Okay. Well, I'll eat some of those. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know, because each one of these rows is getting short. We'll definitely get a full cup. And a little.
Wait, no,
I
that
think.
box is too heavy